this is good all the time, and all the time, this is good. Patchouli, patchouli, patchouli. Hey, it's me. I wanted to make a vlog style intro to this video because it seems more natural and easier to do. What is this hair doing? I don't know. So this is going to be my essential oils collection and how I use them, and some natural products I've made using my essential oils. So stay tuned for everything that I like about my essential oils. I have 11 different oils. My collection is just getting started, but I love them. I used the Auricacia brand of essential oils. I don't have autofocus or anything, so I don't know why I'm showing this, and it's backwards too, but this is what it looks like. I've heard a lot about Young Living, and I know that a lot of people use that and they say it's the best, and they've gone through all these quality tests and they're so pure and so wonderful. Honestly, I can't afford Young Living, so I get these, and I get them at a grocery store, a health food store, but it's a local, it's not a chain, it's not like Whole Foods or something. But I get them at my local natural food store, and they're even still pricey there. I think on iHerb they're a lot cheaper, but I've never actually ordered them off of iHerb because I asked for these for birthday presents and Christmas presents, so I haven't actually bought a lot of them myself. Yeah, I think that this brand works just fine. I think it's great. I think that, I mean, they're not synthetic, they're real, so it works just fine for me. So I'm gonna start out with, I have this chill pill. It's purple, it's a blend. It has sweet orange, lavender, patchouli, peppermint, sweet basil, and Roman chamomile oils in it. And this is probably the oil that I see the most results when I use it. When I first started using it, I was preparing for theater competition, and I was really stressed out about learning the harmonies for my ensemble piece. And I sat down with my binder with all my notes written in it to prepare for rehearsal, and I was just anxiety, like freaking out. And of course I prayed, and I was like, Jesus, take this. This is ridiculous. I can't do this. But I put some of this in my diffuser. I should probably show my diffuser. I will later. I put some of this in my diffuser, just 2 or 3 drops, and it's like peace washes over me. And I think that Young Living's Peace and Calming is the same. My aunt said it like smells the same. It's the same oils. But that's my holy grail essential oil because it makes me feel so peaceful. If I'm stressed about an exam or something like that, like whip out your chill pill. It's like some people take a glass of wine when they're stressed out. I take chill pill. It's completely natural and there's no crazy side effects. You stay completely sane when you use it. So I think it's great. This is awesome. Next I have Clary Sage. These all look the same, but I'm going to hold them up anyway. Clary Sage I got essentially because I had really bad period cramps, and my aunt has a book that talks about all the uses for essential oils, and it said that Clary Sage was good for cramps. So what I'll do is rub some on my belly a little bit if I think I'm gonna have cramps that day or if I'm having cramps, and then I put a little in my diffuser with like lavender or something and just use that. And I don't know how much it actually helps, but I like to think that it helps. I also take ibuprofen if they get really bad, which I normally have to do, but I like to use this as a supplement, a natural remedy for my cramps. Next I have eucalyptus. And I don't even really know why I got this, except that it seems like a good staple to get. I don't know. And I think maybe I got it because me and my mom use a Bath and Body Works, like it's called Stress Relief. It's in their aromatherapy line, and she's used it for years. And so Eucalyptus Mint is the brand that she really likes of it, or the line she really likes. And so I thought I could put this together with mint and it would smell like it, which I don't think I ever did that, but if I did, I don't know if it would actually work like that. But yeah, that's why I got eucalyptus. It's really strong, so I guess if you had like a headache or a cold or something, you could just sniff some of this and it would be like Vicks or something. I don't know, but I haven't actually used it, so yeah. Next I have frankincense, and I think my grandma bought this for my mom because she had like some kind of bump or something, or a bug bite, and if you rub this on there, it'll help make it go away. So I've used this. I've heard it works as a spot treatment, so when it was winter time, I put some on my face and in my lotion, and I rubbed it together when it was really cold and my hands were really dry and cracked. I put some of this with my lotion. So I think it's good for healing and just overall help you glow and look nice. I don't know. I don't use it a whole lot and I don't really like the smell, so that's all I have to say about frankincense. Next I have grapefruit oil, and I honestly got this because I thought it would smell good. I don't think that there was any reason that I actually got it, and it does smell pretty good, but I don't use it a lot because it's really strong and I prefer to use lemon as a citrus than grapefruit, but I don't know, maybe I'll find a use for it. It says that it's joyful, like it'll help you feel joyful. I don't know about that, but it makes me happy to see it because I think grapefruit is nice. I don't know. The next thing I have is lavender, and lavender is definitely the oil that I use the most. I'm almost out of it. I have a little bit left. This is the one that I use the most. I put it in my diffuser every night with lemon. That's typically the blend that I use in my diffuser at night, and I use my diffuser pretty much every night. But lavender, if I'm not home, I don't have my diffuser. If I'm spending the night at someone else's house or I'm out of town, I rub it on my wrists at night, and then when I'm sleeping I can smell it. Of course it helps with sleep. Everybody kind of knows that. When I went camping with Claire, I actually brought this, and when I went into the tent at night, I rubbed it on myself so that I wouldn't feel like really, like, I don't know, dirty or outdoorsy, or I would just kind of feel comforted like I was at home. So that's why I use lavender. I take it with me pretty much every time I leave my house on a trip or overnight somewhere, and I absolutely love it. Next I have lemon, and like I said, I put this with lavender in my diffuser every night. I don't particularly like it by itself, but I do like it with lavender or with something else. And a lot of people say they use it to clean with, like if they have Thieves from Young Living, like that line, they put this in there with that. And I'll show it later, but I have a Thieves like surface spray bottle, and sometimes I mix this with that when I'm cleaning off my dresser when my cat's laid on it and I have to clean that all up. I put some of this with it to make it stretch. And also my sister, tangent. My sister played softball growing up, and she had a bunch of trophies and medals and things, and they were all up in my closet on the top shelf. She moved out 3 years ago, and they've all been up there. So this summer I was like, I'm definitely cleaning those out, and they were all dusty. So I had a wet rag, and I put some lemon on it, and so it wiped everything off, and they smell a little lemony. So that was happy. And I cleaned everything up, so this I like to use with cleaning or with lavender in my diffuser. And it's almost gone too, so I'll have to replace both of those together. Next I have patchouli, and I didn't really know any uses for patchouli when I got it. Honestly, the reason that there's two reasons that I got patchouli. First is my friend, Claire, everybody knows Claire now. Claire went to stay with our friend Gigi up in Tennessee, and when she got home she said, Gigi puts patchouli on everything. Everything smells like patchouli. I smell like patchouli. All my stuff smells like patchouli. I was with her for a week. And all this stuff about patchouli. And I was like, I wonder what that is. I've never smelled that before. I don't know what that's all about. And also, the aromatherapy line at Bath & Body Works, I got, before I realized that all their lotion has silicone in it, and that's not really natural and healthy, and it sticks on top of your skin, and I could talk for a long time about how I don't like to use silicone products, but before I found out I didn't want to use silicone products, I had the Comfort line, and it's vanilla and patchouli, so I got this, and I thought I'd get the lemon. It's not essential oil, but it's they have did I say lemon? I meant vanilla. I'd get the vanilla essential oil from this line and mix it with patchouli and see if it smelled like my lotion, much like the eucalyptus and mint that I never did. But I haven't gotten vanilla yet, so I just have patchouli, and it also smells really strong like eucalyptus. There's a truck outside my house. I've mixed this with lavender before, and it was a really strong smell, and I'm not really one for really strong essential oil smells, so I don't use it a lot, but I do have it. So patchouli, and I also like the name because I think it sounds cool. Patchouli, patchouli, patchouli. My mom calls it patooey because she can't pronounce it, and I think that's funny too. So yeah. Next, I have another oil blend. This one's called Pillow Potion, and my mom actually got it for my dad because he was having trouble sleeping. And we also got melatonin when we got that. That's another story. I like melatonin. But this is a blend of lavender, sweet orange, hops, patchouli, yarrow, and German chamomile oils. And I also have this little, I'll go ahead and show this little spray bottle I got at the same grocery store. On the side of this, it says if you put 18 drops with 1 ounce of water, then it makes like a nice happy pillow spray that you can use. So we did that, and I actually haven't used this in a really long time, so I should probably clean it out if I'm going to use it again. But you spritz some on your pillow, and it's supposed to help you sleep because of all the oils in this blend, and I think it really helped. Now I just use a lavender and water mixture sometimes, which I'll show that in a little bit. But yeah, Pillow Potion. I think much like the Chill Pill, this works really well. Next I have, actually, oh, there's one more after this. I have tea tree oil, and tea tree oil is one of my favorite smells. I used to have a shampoo that was tea tree shampoo. I think it was the Paul Mitchell brand, but I thought it smelled really good. So this is tea tree, and mostly I use it because it smells good, but Claire actually uses this as a spot treatment with witch hazel, so I guess that works. I haven't actually tried it, but I mostly use this for my sugar scrub that I'll show in a minute, but I use it because it smells good too, because it smells good. And for some reason, there's like a nostalgic feeling from my childhood about this. I don't know. I don't really, like a family member or something. I don't know for sure, but tea tree oil, it smells really good. Last, I have peppermint oil, and I have it in this bottle because I asked for it for Christmas one year, and my grandma had like the really big peppermint oil, and she was like, I'll just pour some of mine. So it's a dropper. The other ones are like, I mean, they just, I don't know, I'll show. They look like this, and you just drop it. Like, I don't want to drop it on my floor, but they're like that. But this is actually like a dropper, like a squeezy dropper, and I think it's really fun to play with. But I recently refilled it from her bottle because I was about out. But peppermint is awesome. I use this for if I have a sore throat. My friend Natalie taught me this when we were at theater competition, and I was losing my voice, and I got really anxious because it was the night before we performed, and she was like, okay, here's some peppermint oil, just rub like 1 drop on your throat and go to bed and it'll help. And so that's like the best essential oil tip I've ever gotten, because it's so easy and it actually works, and it makes me feel all like happy and like naturally, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it makes me feel really good, and it actually works. So I use this for that, and I use it because it smells good. I mix it with lavender, lemon, whatever I'm feeling, because this is good all the time, and all the time this is good. So now I'm going to talk about some things that I've made with my essential oils, and I'm going to start with this lavender spray. I have a little label on it that says lavender, and it's probably backwards in the camera, but that's okay. I actually heard about this in the Curly Girl Handbook by Lorraine Massey. It talks all about how to take care of your curly hair, and I want to make a video about it because it's life-changing. But she said you can use it to freshen up your curls, which I washed my hair today, so I won't be using it. That's what it's supposed to be used for, but in the book it also says you can use it for just about anything. You can spray your room and make it smell good. You can spray your pillow. You can spray your clothes to make them smell fresh, and I've done all of those things. I spray it on myself just because it smells good sometimes. So it's just in this size bottle. I don't know how many ounces this is, but I put 1 drop of lavender oil in this much water. And you're supposed to like boil the water and let it simmer for like 2 hours, but I didn't do that. I just like boiled the water, and I don't even think you have to do that. So when I refill this, I'm not gonna boil the water. I'm just gonna put water and oil, and that'll be good. But I use this for everything, and it just makes everything smell fresh and happy and nice. And it's also nice when I'm out of town and I want to smell like home, just like I put lavender on my wrists. This is just lavender and water, and I like it. When I was babysitting last week, I wore a t-shirt I wanted to take on my trip, and then I sprayed this when I got home and just packed it, and it was just fine. So you can use it to refresh your clothes, your hair, your pillow, anything in your life that you want fresh, just use lavender and water spray. It's awesome. I also made this sugar scrub, which I think, I'm not gonna try to repeat the recipe, but if I remember, I'll put it in the description box. I've never actually put anything like that in the description box, so this will be a first, but I made this scrub and it's brown sugar, white sugar, olive oil, which you can use coconut oil. I would have used coconut oil, but I don't usually keep coconut oil on hand because it's kind of expensive. And I put some tea tree oil in this, and I just use it mostly before I shave to make my legs really smooth. And it is kind of oily, but that's fine to me because I just wash it off with soap afterwards. And I put it in this mason jar because I used to have an Etsy shop. I still have it, but it's not open. I have an Etsy shop, and I would paint mason jars and like distress them and finish them and put a little bow around them and sell those. So I have 2 packages of mason jars. So I put this in here because I had it and I think it's really cute, just as a side note. And so this is my sugar scrub. I need to make some more soon because the oil kind of sunk to the bottom and it doesn't really work so well anymore, but this is awesome and I really think it helps me get there's a hair on it. What the? I think it really helps me shave better. So, sugar scrub with tea tree oil. Next I have this THIEVES essential oil infused spray. It's like a multi-surface spray, and I found out about this last year, and I asked for it for Christmas because my cat would like to lay on my dresser and it would be really dirty, and I didn't want to use a chemical product because I was like, if I can use something natural, then I will. But this is actually Young Living, and it's the only Young Living product that I own. And I mean, I like it because it's natural, it's antibacterial, but I did find out when I went to the local natural food store that I get my essential oils at, they had a recipe for THIEVES, like a THIEVES oil blend, because that's like Young Living's trademark, I think, that nobody else can sell THIEVES oil, but there's actually a recipe for it, and if I remember that, I'll link it down below too because that's very helpful. I use this mostly to clean my dresser, to clean my cubby hole here, or my bookshelf, or those kinds of things. And I've had it since Christmas, so I've had it for about 7 months, and I still have like half a bottle, I think. So this works really well if you don't use it too much. And I don't think I'll repurchase it because I'm going to try to make my own. So there's that. I think that's all that I have for my essential oils collection. And if I'm forgetting something, oh, my diffuser. Let me just get that really quick. Alright, my storage was full, so I had to transfer to my computer and start again. So I was about to share my essential oil diffuser. It looks like this. I think my aunt said it looks like an onion, which I guess it kind of does look like an onion, but it's awesome. I got it for Christmas, so I think it was from Amazon. I picked it out, but I got it for Christmas 1 year, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Who cares? So it's off of Amazon. I'll try to link it down below if anybody is interested, if anybody's watching this. And yeah, so I use this. It has a cord. I plug it in. There's 2 little buttons, and one of them turns it on and one controls the little lights. There's like all these multicolored lights in it, but I usually just turn the lights off. Actually, I always turn the lights off because I'm not really into that kind of thing. So it just sits there, and I love the sound of it. I almost like the sound of it as much as the smell of the oils because I like the sound of it almost as much as I like the oils, because when I'm going to bed, it's like really peaceful. It's like a low hum, and it's really peaceful. So I like to use this before I go to bed, and sometimes just when I'm around in the house, or if I'm studying for an exam and I'm stressed out, I put some chill pill in here and just a couple of drops, and I fill it with water, and it's awesome. So that's that. One more thing that I thought of after I had finished filming was I have used Young Living essential oils before at my aunt's house. She has a couple different ones, and I got really excited. It was actually last week, and that was the first time I actually used Young Living oils. They have some at church in the nursery, but like the first time I went to someone's house and they had them, and I could use them for whatever I wanted. So I just want to include like how I use them, because I know you're not supposed to ingest oils. This brand and a lot of other ones you're not supposed to ingest, and Young Living ones you can. So I wanted to try some things that I had heard from Nikki Philippi on YouTube, because she is like all Young Living, and she talks about how she uses them. So I wanted to talk about how I use them. I got the Citrus Fresh blend, and I put some in a cup of water because my aunt said you can put a couple drops in water and it's kind of just, I don't know, healthy, good. I don't know. I drink water all the time, so I was like, sure, why not? And that was good. I had like a cup and I put 2 or 3 drops in there, and that was really cool. And then I had heard from Nikki Philippi that you can put a couple drops of peppermint on your tongue, like in place of a breath mint if you want to freshen your breath. So it's like, oh, that's so cool, I want to try that out. And that was the nastiest thing I ever did in my life, you guys. Like, I mean, sure, it made my breath smell better, but it I don't know how to describe it. It didn't burn, but it was like, I gotta put this down, it hurts my arm. So the peppermint oil didn't burn my throat, but it was like so intense and not sweet. Like if you chew minty gum, it's sweet. It's like a sweetie mint, like Orbit Sweet Mint is my gum, like that's what I chew. So I'm thinking it'll be sweet, but straight up peppermint, if you eat a peppermint leaf, that's not sweet. So you're eating basically a peppermint leaf, and it like, don't do this, people. I mean, unless you really like strong, bitter tastes, don't put peppermint oil on your tongue, Young Living or otherwise, just don't do it. It was a horrible experience, and I chugged water and I chewed gum, and like, it's traumatizing. So that's what I did with these Young Living oils. And honestly, I would love to have Young Living oils, but I can't afford them right now, and that's okay. So I'm gonna use my cheap, not so cheap oils and be happy, because I'm still happy that I have them. So Young Living, not so much. That's all. So I think that's about it for my essential oils collection and products that I have made that use them, and my Thieves spray, because that's good too. I think that's everything. So like and subscribe. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care. You can if you want to or not. That's fine. I'm not trying to really build an audience, but if an audience comes to me, that's cool too. So that's all for this video. So I'll see you next time. Bye.